I will now do a video where I am working with Alvin. We don't know what Alvin has been through, but he has some serious fears of being touched. In other ways, he actually likes to hang out with us, but as soon as you reach for him or put him in a situation where he feels cornered, he panics. I worked on him approaching and being near while eating, but I want some more targeted stuff today. Already started him on targeting my hands. Just because they work best for him, I'm using a fist while I usually would use a thumb. I had to lock us up in the kitchen to avoid the other dogs, and it stresses him a bit more than usual, but he should still be able to work. So there I had him do a behavior and he wouldn't get the treat for reinforcement. But I need to go back to some classical conditioning as well, where I'm just pairing some more positive emotions with things he's afraid of. Since reaching for him is one of the most scary things for him, that's what I'm doing, moving my hands around him in various ways and giving him the treats, even if he backs up. Oh, he's already learned from our previous session. By tossing the treats on the ground, I have the added advantage of him actually looking down rather than at the scary hand when I move it around him. Very nice. Gets one there just for coming up and sniffing my hand. So switch it up a little bit, just so he won't get bored or get too comfortable. I forgot to put the other treats in my bowl up here. I keep the treats out of reach right now and just grab a few at a time to have them ready. He's very food motivated, fortunately. I actually started with his regular dinner. But since I didn't have enough of his day's ration, I grabbed a few treats. Making them small. I don't want him to get full and disinterested in the food until we're done training. Okay, I'm now going to start doing a little bit of touching. Devin, enough. I don't want him to only be brave when there are treats around. So I'm going to step back a little bit and not reach for the treats until I have actually done the thing that I'm trying to get him more comfortable with. Now, it doesn't matter that there's a lack of response time on my part before I get the treat to him, because he already has a good idea of what's going on, and he knows, because he's learned, that reaching for the treat will actually bring a treat. I basically bridged the treat with the reaching for the treat, so the bridge itself is also positive. And you may notice I'm using both hands. I don't want to be one hand only that's always positive or negative. There I actually did touch him, not just move my hand. So I see he's doing well with just the moving my hands around him, and I'm then continuing with the actual touching. My bowl just empty again, so I'm going to have to put more treats in. As well as some cheese I just remembered I had laying around. Whoop, sorry. Gets a treat for putting up with that without going into a panic. Almost sitting on him. Big. Now I don't want to take advantage of him being close to touch him more. That would ruin his faith in me. I'm simply going to go on whether he's close or he's a little further away and a step back. Gus. Gus. Sorry, no, that was one. Now I haven't been using more than one hand at a time. I don't want it to feel overwhelmed, but I'm going to do that a little bit now to start getting used to that as well. And you saw he pulled back a little more because it's new, but not terrible. There we go. And then start switching things up again. Okay. So I'm going to go back to doing a little more touching again. Not sure what he's doing. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that, just for cuteness. Yes, you do. He's a good boy. Now he leaned into that scratching there a little bit. I suspect he has had some good stuff in the beginning, and then something else happened to cause this fear. Because strangely enough, he seems to know a sit. Let's see if I can get him to do it. Sit. Now he's watching the other treat, so he's probably sit. He's so focused on the other exercise that he has a hard time then jumping over to something else. It's very different. Sit. Okay, I'm not going to pressure him. Just want to see if he did it again. He's done it a couple times with me before. Alvin, come. Captain. Okay, he is starting to get tired. So this is a good time to finish, and he's actually done really well today.